Hi, this is Bridget with Positively Zebra, the Daily Stripe. I'm the owner of Zebra Glitter and Nails, and today we are going to play around a little bit with some loose flowers. So they're not in a dip, they're just some of our loose flowers, one of our sets that we do sell. We are going to add some we're going to dip first. We'll put some flowers on. We'll use a little bit of foil or flakes. These are flakes actually. And a little bit of our puff powder to add some glitter. So just to show you the different ways that some of this stuff can be done. Okay, so we're going to start out with our washing our hands. We're going to do our cuticle prep. So you push your cuticles back. We show this pretty much every video just so you get used to it. Clean that up. I use Bond. That's going to bind with the keratin, make everything last longer. So tips or natural nail, as long as you've shaped and buffed, you don't need to do anything, or shaped and got everything ready. You don't need the buffer file to do the Bond. It works great. Okay, so make sure you have all your supplies. So I'm just going to kind of hold them up here. Some tweezers for the flowers, file, buffing blocks, scrub brushes, if you would need to scrub in between, a dusting brush. Of course, use all the orange stick for cuticle pushing, and that also is for cleaning in between. And this one's getting a little rough, so if you're using it on someone else, make sure you have a clean one. Alcohol, pump bottle, lint-free wipes. I'm just kind of giving you a rundown of stuff we have handy. And then I forgot to grab it, but a little thing of water, and I'll show you what that's for in a little bit. And then either this type of thing or one of these or the dotting tools. Any of these will work for picking up product. So I'll show you that in a little bit. And I'll show you the do's and don'ts if you're doing your own versus someone else's, or you'll understand in a bit. Okay, first thing we're going to do is our dip. So our Bond is dry. We're using professional base, professional top coat, and the activate today. And we're doing the professional base first. We're doing the apex first. So we're just doing our about 3/4 of the way down, just a line down. Okay, that's for your apex. I'll try to keep it on the finger this time so I don't end up with color everywhere. This silicone hand picks up lots of color. So usually I can get 2 dips out of one thing of base, which makes our stuff last a lot longer. I'll still have to clean that up because it sticks to that silicone. This color especially. This is a big teal, I think. I'll post later, can't remember. Okay, and then we brush that off. We're gonna go in with our first full layer. So staying away from the cuticles, fanning the brush out. I have the old brushes here, but we have the newer black ones that I like even better. You can clean up around the cuticle before you do your dip if you want, or you can do it after, or both. So I usually do it after. And again, you can go ahead and for a second time usually. Okay, brush that off real good. We're gonna save our powder. I have a sample jar, so I do tend to pour back and forth a lot when I have a sample jar. And we're cleaning around that cuticle again. Okay, and we're gonna do one more layer. And usually, I think I've said this before in the videos, but usually the apex in 2 layers tends to be plenty for zebra dips. Okay, perfect. And again, take your time. I'm kind of going quick for the video. Wipe off your brush. That way you're not contaminating. You're not getting that color back in your base. Because then you got to do white or another color and you're going to have issues. Tap that off. And then again, like I said, you can usually do 2 with ours. And I go thin, so it's not that I'm going crazy thick on them. Okay, brush that off. We'll clean the finger up at the very end this time, but you get the idea. So we're gonna go ahead and clean up around the cuticles again. Good. So once that looks how you want it to look, so however many dips you need, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some flowers. We're not activating yet. We're gonna encapsulate and activate at the end on this one just because of all the different things we're adding. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of steps that you don't necessarily need. So this is where either your tweezers or a dotting tool, any of these come in handy. I'm gonna see if the dotting tool picks it up. That's what the water's for. I dip it in the water. Some people, you'll see people lick them. If you're doing somebody else's, don't do that. They might be a little grossed out. So just put a couple things of base on there. I don't have my glasses on, so hopefully I can do this without them. Oh, there we go. I picked up a few too many. So picking up our flowers. Oh, I had one that's not actually a flower. That's a piece of the center, so we don't want that. It looks like a spider. Oh, there is a flower with it. Here we go. Let me grab that little guy. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use the water again. There we go. All right, so wherever you want your flowers, and like I said, a dotting tool like this works, or tweezers. So I usually do tweezers, but so wherever you want your placement, and then if you need to add more glue, you can. I press down as I go, okay? I'm gonna put my glasses on 1 second just so I can see what I'm doing, because it is really hard to see without them. And then I forgot to say earlier, if you need to shape or anything, you would do that after the dip part, okay? And then reactivate if you need to. Okay, so get our flowers on there. I'm going to do one more, a little bit over here, and add another couple flowers over here. Oops, that's a red one. I didn't really want red in this, but we're going to go with it because it's already there. All right, so wherever you want your flower placement, and then just pat them down. Okay, so again, just if you want 1 or 2 on there, you can do that. If you want a whole bunch, you can go crazy. That's up to you. We're gonna add a little bit of flakes on here. So these are a holographic teal flake. And again, I'm just gonna kind of put my dip here and there. And you're gonna pick up again with the dotting tool. I think the dotting tool is great for this. Go around wherever you want to add your flakes. Okay, and obviously clean your dotting tool at the end if you have glue on it. We're gonna pat that down a little bit, and then if it's how you like it, obviously don't keep going. If you want to do something else, you can. We're gonna add just a little bit of glitter spray today, so we're going to use our Puff Puff Powder Jazzercise, and we are just going to just dust it with a tiny bit of glitter. Okay, gives it a different look. So it just depends on what you like, what you want to do. Pat your glitter down, save your glitter, put that back in your bottle. Turn this over because I have lots of stuff on it now. Okay, and then at this point, clean again. Make sure you don't have any glitter or anything around. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and wipe with a alcohol prep before we, well, no, let's activate. Let's activate first. So we do our quick brushes, and then our purposeful layer. This is where you would file if you need to, but I would do your top coat first, or not top coat, your clear as crystals. We're going to use that today to encapsulate. Now I am going to clean that finger off. Our fingers don't hold as much glitter and stuff as the silicone does. Move that clear out of the way so we're not getting all the glitter in it. Just cleaning the finger itself up, guys, so when we work you can see it a little bit better. Okay, perfect. All right. And then that dries super quick. So we can go ahead, once our activator's done, if you want to wipe again with the alcohol prep, you can. If not, you can go on to your clear encapsulation. So we're going to use our base again. Grab the wrong thing. We're going to put a layer of base. And we're going to dip that in clear. This is encapsulating in clear powder. Most people do this step. I usually don't, but I'm showing it since most people do. This is the step that allows you to shape and file without removing the stuff we just put on. If you get it on nice and straight, you can just go ahead with your top coat and just put it right over it. But if you need to file, you want to make sure you're encapsulating first. Okay. And that looks pretty good. And then let me see if we need to do any filing, because we're going to have to activate again at this point. We've put more base and powder on, so we do want to activate again. You have to have the activation process. There's a chemical reaction that happens, and if it doesn't happen, you're not gonna be happy with your final product. And I got a little too much. Try not to flood it like that. You can end up with rippling or white dots in your mani. But at this point, you can go ahead and kind of clean up your other stuff. If you have stuff everywhere like I do, I would go ahead and just do the cleaning during that 2-minute window that you're waiting for the activate to be ready. And then, you know, obviously you're doing all 10 fingers, so, you know, you're gonna have a little more work to do. We're just doing one in the video here with the little practice finger. So at this point, again, after that 2-minute mark, if you need to file, shape, you do anything left here that might not be how you want it, I would do that there. Reactivate if you do any filing or buffing. I didn't reactivate, but you would there. And then we're going to top coat. And cap your ends and your edges. And one coat of our professional base usually does the trick. It's going to stay just as shiny as what you're seeing right here. So, and it is great. Anyways, thank you for joining Bridget with Positively Zebra, the Daily Stripe. That is how you would do a dip. And then we added some flakes, loose flakes, and we added some loose flowers, and we used the puff powder to spritz on a little bit of glitter. So have a great day. Thank you.